Now, this video is for those of you who still believe, for whatever reason, that there is still something the US can do against Iran. I think many of you are still holding out hopes that the US will invade Iran, put boots on the ground inside Iran. And that is the last thing the US wants to do. They already know they cannot do it. That is why they haven't done it. I remember I made a video about a week ago or so, where I told you that everything the US could have done to defeat Iran, they've already done. They did in the first 40 days of this war. They tried everything. They went in with their biggest punch. Iran withstood it. And now they are out of options. This war is over, like I told you. The only option they still have left right now, which I think will, run out very soon, is the blockade option, where they basically right now turn themselves into pirates, harassing Iranian ships going to Iran or leaving Iran. That's the only option they have, and that is why that is what they are doing right now. I find it laughable when I see people talking about the US invading Iran, putting boots on the ground in Iran, because the US don't have what it takes to do that. To be able to invade Iran and stand any chance of doing anything, you need at least 3 million soldiers. The US doesn't have that. They don't even have a quarter of that. So they can't think about invading Iran. Yeah, you thinking, oh, they've been shipping soldiers to the Middle East. That's all just ceremony they're doing. Shipping how many soldiers? 50,000 soldiers? You're going to invade a country as massive as Iran with 50,000 soldiers. You're not talking about Gaza here. We're talking about a country of 90 million people that is the size of, almost half of Europe, which has a sophisticated army, well-equipped and sophisticated army. And you're talking about invading them with 50,000 to 100,000 soldiers. It's something that has to be wrong with you to even consider that. And that is why the US is not considering that, no matter what many of you think. They're not stupid. They won't attempt it. So if you are holding out hopes that they will do that, hope on something else. That's not going to happen. At least 3 million soldiers. That's what they need, like combat soldiers. And they don't have that. To get that, they need about 2, 3, 4, even 5 years of recruitment. And they will need to establish the draft, because I don't think, up to 3 million people will volunteer to go fight in Iran. So they will need to establish a draft. And it will take, like I said, at least 3 years to be able to achieve the number of soldiers they will need before they will start thinking about invading Iran. And they will still lose, even with 3 million soldiers. But I mean, that is the numbers they will need to go in there and not be destroyed within weeks or months. That's all I'm saying.